2007 Nissan Murano, doing the valve cover gasket, spark plugs, and addressing the misfire in the back, so the coil's gonna be replaced. I'm gonna start off by taking the intake off, the air duct. Just pull those tabs off, disconnect the harness here, take off this vacuum line or the breather, and back here you're gonna need a flathead. Remove the intake tube. So I'm gonna take a 10mm, pull this connector off here, the purge valve. I'm gonna leave that connected. I'm gonna break those. Probably disconnect it from here. Pull off the connector. Pull off the throttle body connector. Let's see here. Pull off this canister here. It's like a 12mm. Pull off this connector for this purge valve. Well, this is a I don't know what it is. Whatever that solenoid goes to. I'm not sure right now. Probably the runners. And update from there. I decided to leave this purge valve connected to the intake. I'll tell you why later. But there's two fasteners in the back here, 12mm. They are straight back. Take your hand, go back behind the throttle body back here. You'll feel them. They're the brakes will support the intake. I'm going to take a ratchet wrench to it. Give this a try first and break them loose. See if it'll work out. Try to get some more leverage on it. Try something else with more leverage. I was able to use a breaker bar, 90° here. Gloves are broke. I use a 12 point so I can get a better angle on it. And now I'm gonna pull those off. Those are 12mm, and you should be able to lift the intake up. Alright, now getting the intake off is probably gonna be the hardest part you'll probably encounter doing this. This is what you'll have to do while you have very minimal room. And now let me add, I did break this. My shirt got caught on it and it broke. So this is what controls the butterfly valves inside the intake, the runners. So you can get a universal door lock rod kit and repair that. I'm not worried about that. So while you're back here, you're gonna have to be able, with minimal room, attach the brake booster line, the PCV line here, and you have this this bracket that goes to the power steering pressure hose. So you'll get this last. Take care of the line here that goes to the PCV valve. Now, here's where that resides. It's plastic. Be careful when you lift the intake up to get some clearance. Don't break it. Just get enough room to get your hands back there to be able to spin this connector around and pull that off. There are this should be the O2 sensor right here. If I recall, I can't remember what connector this is right here, but you're gonna have to remove this connector also. It sits on this bracket here. If you take the connector off, you can get a flathead or something in this opening here from the top. Just push in and lift up on it. This is what you're doing. You're just pushing this tab in right here, that tab in right there, and lifting up on it. So let me go back over the steps. It's personal preference, but I would take care of the PCV valve first, or either detach this connector, pull the connector off, push in the tabs, lift up on it. You'll get some more room to be able to work with this. Detach this, then you'll be able to move the intake a little further over. Then you can get, this is a 10mm and a 12mm bolt. Then you'll be able to move it off to be able to get this the brake booster hose off. All I'm going to do, I'm not taking all that other stuff off because I don't want to drain the coolant. Move this off to the side. Probably put something over there to keep that from hitting that hot side. And I'm going to go ahead and start removing the coils. These are going to be 10 millimeter. Take these off, disconnect the coils, and disconnect the coils, pull them out, and proceed with getting as much room as you can to get these bolts out. These are going to be 10 millimeter also. I'll pull the valve when I get this valve cover off. I'll show you what that looks like. Oh, just FYI, that connector you're pulling off, it actually controls the harness. It's the harness for the ignition coils. So yeah, didn't see it. All right, carrying on. So I got it loose, pried up, and all I'm gonna do is get my valve and intake over and twist, pull out. Make sure I got all my connectors off. There's the valve cover, gasket sticking. So this is how it's going to sit. You use your front bolts close to the end. Come on, can you focus? Front bolts close to the intake. This is right here by the timing chain. Then here's the back view. Got one in the corner, one here, one there, and of course you got the miscellaneous connectors there. So I will say this from experience, I swear I thought the car I was supposed to do came with tube seals. Do not knock those out. The valve cover gasket set you're going to get aftermarket is not going to come with tube seals. You cannot replace these. Leave them in there. So just replace the valve cover gasket. If you do knock them out by accident, what I did was I got an assortment of valve covers, tube seals and stuff that I had replaced over the years, and I took a random tube seal that fit snug in there and put it in there, and it worked fine. So, but it's not going to fit perfect. But yeah, be careful. Just don't knock those out. Alright, there might be a good idea also to replace this breather hose here to go to the other valve cover. And I can't remember, it was probably like a half-inch hose or something. I don't know. But it might be a good idea to replace it while it's already out because they get hard. I'm gonna leave that one in there. Customer's buying her own part, so I gotta do what I can, what I got. So got the valve cover cleaned up and stuff and got everything off. But when I do install it, I did put sealant here on the corners from here and on the other side over there. I'm gonna wipe that off and reinsert it, readmit it. Sorry. When I get back, I had the valve cover didn't want to sit in there properly. When I put it on, it would just fall off. So I just put sealant inside the valve cover, so where it seats on, where the valve cover gasket seats on the valve cover, so it'll hold it in place. I'm just gonna let it dry for a little while, so when I go to put it back in there, I wouldn't have any issues of it falling off and being a problem. So I'm gonna let this do its thing and come back in about 40 minutes or so. Right, here it is about 40 minutes later. This is what it looks like. I was putting seal on the corners here, just let it dry up. I'm pretty sure 40 minutes of fighting with it probably would have got me to get this cover on there, but I need it to run out anyway. But I'm gonna get this back on there, get it installed in reverse order, and make sure my sealant is still a little tacky. I probably could leave that right there. I meant to take it off, but it'll still work, still malleable. Get this back on there and install in reverse order, and move on to the front. Oh, get my spark plug too while I'm back there. I'm supposed to put a coil back there, but I'm just going to swap this one with the back one and put the new one in the front. So I haven't ran and got that yet. And I'll just, when I do the front one, I'll just go run and get it and finish it up. But yeah, get this back on there and install everything in reverse order. Starting on the front brake now. Got the coils out. Got the harness. Got those tie downs disconnected. And I took this 10mm off this bracket here. So I'm going to work on getting those front cover bolts off. And once I get the fasteners out, I should be able to detach it. And I'm going to be cautious about attaching that breather hose on the bottom right there for the PCV. And that should be pretty much it. The front's very cut and dry. Let me get working these out. Everything is knocked out. I will say this saw is a pain in the ass. So take off as much as you can as far as the wiring harness goes, so you can get some clearance and put it back in there. Them valve cover gaskets didn't come with any type of addition to help the gasket seat on the valve cover, so when you flip it upside down it just literally fall out. Maybe it's a brand thing. If you got Velcro, but maybe that's a manufacturer thing. I don't know. Maybe it's just the way they design it. But these valve covers didn't come with anything, so getting it to flip over and the valve cover stays settled or seated didn't work out too well. So took me a while to get on there. So other than that, replace everything in reverse order, test drive it, good to go. Peace.